video, we move to chapter 1, the 5th subchapter, the second from the last. We will try some the actual programming in Python using math. There's 4 sample the programs within this chapter. This video we will do the first 2. And next video we will do the 3rd and the 4th. So now we are not going to use the terminal still. Well, we will try to use the program editor. I will use the VS Code so that you can also see those the programs can be saved, and I will upload to the repository. So let's go to here. So before we go to the chapter, in the mind map, I already document some the key message as I mentioned. So like it's what's the sample, this syntax for you to handle exception using try statements, accept error type, and print your customized error message. So through this way, you can start to handle certain the specific exceptions that you want user to get your message instead of Python's built-in message. Secondly, is we use the fraction or complex to read the inputs from keyboard and to explain that as a fraction and a complex so that you can convert into the specific data type. So those we have understand how you can handle the user inputs. For today is the first program we will calculate the integer factor. Secondly, we will generate the multiplication table. Actually, in Chinese, this kind of the multiplication table is a very the tradition way that all the primary school students need to memorize in their mind. But we are not going to do that triangle formats. You can watch my another video series called is Python with Office. Within that, there's one the sample. We are also talking about how to use the nested loop, the two-level loop to build the this multiplication table. Also, I have another video talk about C language that can also show you how to make that table. So no matter which language, this is a way to try to teach you how to use the looping for loop. Or if you have other case, you can use the while loop. So, but using loop, you will have the program to do some recurrent or repeatable the activities for you instead of you write down a lot of the duplicated program sets. So let's go to our this book. So this book is a writing program that do the math for you. So we will use those samples. And in the left is my VS Code. So I have already have the chapter. So let's go to the first chapter, chapter 1, and I create the first one. So just is 0, 1, 0, 1. So I gave a name. So factor of integer. Ensure is you gave our extension .py, so that will be treated as the Python program. So remember for that. And also, if you use the VS Code, I would like that you can also install one extension called code runner. So once you have that, is if you like is print hello world, and you just save. Then you don't need to, normally is you need to use Python and run this, give this name, but use this run code, you can directly go to the result. So that is the convenience for you to do this. And also use this pound can make your the statement or this line of the code into the comments. So let's leave that. So calculate the factor of an integer. So that's the first the mathematical question we are met now. So when a non-zero integer a, we call this a, divides another integer b, leaving our remainder is 0. So that we call that is the a is a factor of b. So that is the on the other hand is parallel, meaning is we can say b can be integer divided by a. So without our this modular. So for this example is 2 is all even integer. So 2 is the factor of 4. It's factor even with 2 because 2 divided by 2 is get our 1 and the remainder is 0. So 2 is also factor of 6, 8, 10. So all the even. You can write this function such the one below. So we use this one. So now let's delete this. So first we use the def, that is the define. The short name is of the define. So this is the keywords as the definition of a factor of a function. So we create our is factor a b. So after this definition line, you should have this comma. So after this is you can see by default automatically Python after you enter this enter key, it will have our indent. So indent means the next statements or next line is part of this definition of this function. And if you want our line is not belong to this function, you can remove this indent. So that is the syntax compared to language C or C++ or even Java. You normally you should have this the brackets or parentheses to make those statements into one block. But in Python, we don't have that complexity. You just have an indent, it's fine. So let's starting to gradually familiar with Python's syntax. So what we need to do is just be modular a if is equal to 0, means there's no remainder. So for the logical comparison, you need to have a double equal sign. Then you see we have another comma, so that is due to you have a if statement. And then when you enter, you have another indent. Then we will give our the result for this if section. So we return true. So true means its factor is correct. And then you enter and it's back to this if level. Then we have the else, and you should have a comma. Then it's come to the indent. Then we have our return false. And when you enter, it's still enter to the def, and you enter again, and you back to the indents. And even this, you can remove the indents from the line 6, but that's fine. So this is our the def definition. So if you put that into the terminal, now you can try testing this. But what we will do is we will write down that into our the program. So we will use this magic the method. You will see this in most of the rest later program. If name may have our double under the underscore before and after, that means it's try to check whether this function call is from the program itself. So if that means is I call this function from my own program, then that is this magic the method name will equal to single the quotes is a min. This min means my primary program, and if this name is from min, then it means it's below are my local the function calls programs. So I will put that as let's say b equal to input your number, please. And then second is we convert that to float b. And then we will check is if b is larger than 0 and b dot is integer. So you remember it's only a float number can have this is integer. So if that b is more than 0, that means this b is a positive the float number, and b is integer. So that means we make that a float, but we will have that as our integer because these two the checking is can ensure is we have this int b is valid. You remember the last the part is we have to do that, and we put this factor. So factor is here. So what we have our factor is we are not using the ace factor. So then it's these are just let's try to see. So is we are using this one first, then else print please enter our positive integer. Now let's run this. So you got is a number. So let's say it's 76. I need this. The is only have our b. So its factor. We need the two numbers. So then I will have our a. So the factor your number first, then I put a your number to be checked as first factor. So since I have our single code inside, so I will convert this to the double quotes so that you have this single quotes valid. If b is that is factor, and I will also make that is int a. This, and I put this more than that a. So only those are available, then I will check. So first is let's see 3, 4, 5. Then second one I put is 1, 5. So the is so return true. So this just a return true. So but I don't have that return. So it's factor. So if it's true, so I think it's we need to have some print. So if it's true, then print true, else print false. Then is we can show that result. No. So let's say 3, 5. Oh, not here. It's here. 3, 4, 5, and 1, 5. Now give a true. And once I make that again, so if I put this 1, 9 is our prime number, but if I want to say 5, I got a false. So using the similar the samples from this second one, I gave you our reference part is you can use our the in program the codes to call your A's factor. So this is factor in this book is running in the terminal, but using this one, we can see that can be done. So let's see. So A's factor checking. We can call this first one is like this, and then. Within the book is they also tell you our new skill is for loop. Well, here we don't have the for loop. We only use if else, and those are the things is to tell you is if is correct, then you go to this branch. Else you go to another branch. So that is just the check. The statement, but we will have a more useful is using the for statement. For is in Python is using this for or the looping the fact this variable and put that in range. In range you have three these factors. Is one is the beginning. The initial value, and this is the boundary or the ending value, and here is the step. So if you put that is 110, so we can use that through the terminal. So you can see here for I in range 1, 4. If you define this clearly is starting from 1 and from 4 till 4, then you print I. So you will get 1, 2, 3. So remember is the last one is not printed. It's go to print is till the n plus n minus 1. So if I put this I in range, if I just see is maybe range, let's have a more, just a range 10. So without our initial, so that is by default is starting from. Can you imagine? It's starting from 0. So that is same as some other primary languages like C. So it's a start. The first index is 0. Last index is n minus 1. So that is the you need to familiar with such kind of definition. Then if you have all these three the element defined, like is the initial from 1 and from until 10, but the step is 2. So then with the indent print I. Then is have every time is a stepping 2. So first is 1, and then plus 2 is 3, and 5, 6, 9. So that is one way you can print out our old number list. So with those in mind, is we can now create our factor finding program. So this program is similar like the first one. But the purpose is it asks you to input our one number. They don't need this A. They ask you input this B, and they try to find all the factors that follow A. So like A. So like is if I input 20. Then 1 is the factor, 2 is factor, 4 is factor, 5 is factor, and 10 is factor, so it should have all these 1 starting from 1. So those are these purpose. So let's copy this to see. So maybe I just rename. Call that is the factor finder. Okay, so we can use this pound to create one line comments. We can use the 3 single quotes to create multi-line the comments. So this one is let's also use this to 1.1. So the purpose is to check whether A is a factor of B. So this is our the program's factor. So you can see the purpose. And also you can see the author, like I will put is my name, and also date is the. Then you can have those put in your memo. So let's starting to copy this, and we starting to have all these. The second part is find the factors of an integer. So let's save that. So let's see what's the difference for this definition. So definition is we only need our factors. So not is the factor, is factors. So we need to read a B, and it's not our checking. It's our loop for I in range 1 to B plus 1. So consider, think about why here is B plus 1. Because we have this range. The definition is the boundary of the maximum. The index is n minus 1. So you have to, but I want this check to the until B, not B minus 1. So I should have this boundary plus 1. So then the last digit, the index will be B, which means it's B plus 1 minus 1. So that is our kind of the tricky this handle. So if B, we divide by I and find the remainder is 0. So that is ways we will check whether I is B's factor. So using the first one. So, but you can consider is whether we can reuse our first one. So first one is this one, right? So if I try to say here, return true. So if then if I use this, so do I need to write down this again? So then that means is range for that is if is factor I and B, right? So here is the B is also this is our this factor functions B. This is the this inside this functions B. Why if is factor then return true? So which means is that will be the correct. Then we print I. So I changed this a little bit because you need to start to have some mindset is try to reuse as much as possible what you have done. So since you already done this one, so it's better you can use that. And also you can have this import this program, even if you don't need to copy paste this box, but let's not use the import for now. So then is first is we need input B, so that one is okay. Then for this program we don't need this A. So I will put that if b more than 0 and b is integer, then what here is we just need what is factors int b, because we already allow us to make this integer. So that is the part. So let me create Python, so CLS, and let's run this. When I run your number here, so let me input 20. So you can see here from 1 to 4, because I put is a b plus 1, so 20 itself also being checked, because 20 is also have the factor of itself. So that is the way you can see here. You reuse your knowledge from the program 1.1 and putting this here. So that is the way. Is we yeah. Let's do another testing. So if I see 1,000, let's see how many. Run. Okay. Oh, here. So let me run. Okay. 1,000. I didn't make cursor here. So you can see here. So it's a quite smart program. Now you can have an easy way to find the factor of any integer if you want. But as the programmer, you need to ensure your program is run in the correct range. And if that's not, you need to keep that handled. So for example, if I put minus 20, because I want is people input are positive number. So here, please enter a positive integer, because it's not fulfilled, this one. And then this, if I put 1, if I put 5.6, also because 5.6, when this program check is not an integer, we put that float, and float is have our floating point, and after that is not 0, so it cannot be used to convert to int. So you already use this without use a try then those except, but you can use that try to make your error handling. But using this way, you can also already imagine the possible these inputs, and you have the handle. So I thought is we can finish 2 per video, but looks like is we have numbers of the discussions, and I also expand this one program to 2. So let's stop here, and we use the next the video to talk about how you can generate a multiplication table, and I will show you both this simpler one and also the standard one that Chinese the schools are normally use. So see you in the next video. Bye for now.